Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This is Mohiddin Ahmed, English teacher, Milestone School and College, Sector 4 branch. Like other days, today I am going to discuss another topic, and our topic is how to write a paragraph. In this lecture, I shall try to describe different kind of rules and regulation for writing a paragraph, and I shall focus this rule and regulation on particular paragraph, and our paragraph will be a day laborer. I think you will enjoy the class. And it is mentioned that our class work number is 33. From the very beginning, we have to know about the teaching points of paragraph. There are 4 teaching points here. First of all, what is paragraph? In the first point, we shall able to know the definition of the paragraph and the purposes of paragraph. 2. Structure of paragraph. There are different kind of structure for writing a paragraph. In this section, we shall also know about different kind of structure for writing a paragraph. Elements of paragraph. A paragraph is formed with different kind of elements. So in this section, we shall also know different kind of elements for writing a paragraph. And final point is paragraph writing, a day laborer. In the last point, we shall try to apply previous 3 points for writing a paragraph and try to justify a day laborer is a perfect paragraph. What is a paragraph? A paragraph is a sentences that are organized and all are related to a single topic dealing with a particular point or idea. Very important thing, dealing with a particular point or idea. In a paragraph, we cannot deal with different types of topic and point or idea. We have to focus on any particular or single idea. A paragraph consists of one or more sentences. A paragraph may be one sentence or more than one sentence. Generally, 10 or 12 sentences is the perfect for writing a paragraph. Next there is a purpose of writing paragraph. The purpose of paragraph is to express a speaker's thought on a particular point in a clear way that is unique and specific to paragraph. In other words, paragraphs should not be mixing thoughts or idea. Here we cannot mix different kind of thought or idea for writing a paragraph. We have to focus on specific idea. When a new idea is introduced, generally a writer will introduce a new paragraph. So each idea and each thought is a one paragraph. Different thought, different idea is different paragraph. We have to bear in mind clearly. There are some structure of writing a paragraph. These are, first one, topic sentence. A topic sentence is the first sentence of the body of paragraph. Simply put, the topic sentence introduces the topic of the paragraph. A good topic sentence will be broad enough to allow for making clear but narrow enough that it does not require a paragraph that is too long. So topic sentence we have to write in such a way that there is a clear idea what will be the paragraph, and here we shall also write the definition or the introductory idea of the paragraph. So topic sentence we can easily understand the length and the pattern of the paragraph clearly. Next one, supporting sentence. The supporting sentences of a paragraph are the sentences between the topic sentence and the concluding sentence. My dear student, here between the topic sentence and the concluding sentence, there are 3 types of sentence in a paragraph: topic sentence, supporting sentence, and concluding sentence. So our supporting sentence will be the middle of the idea of the paragraph, and here we shall describe the details of topic sentence. We shall try to establish detailed discussion on topic sentence, and supporting sentence will be elaborate and descriptive writing. The supporting sentence support the topic sentence, that is, they explain and elaborate the point of the paragraph. They explain and elaborate the point of the paragraph. The idea or introductory topic we shall discuss in supporting sentence. The last part of the structure of the paragraph is the concluding sentence. The concluding sentence is the last sentence in the paragraph. Last sentence in the paragraph. It should briefly end the paragraph and try to link topic. Another way we can say the concluding sentence. At the end of the paragraph is the concluding sentence, which sums up the argument of the paragraph. So concluding sentence is very important, because in concluding sentence we shall try to establish our topic and we shall try to sum up of the whole paragraph. It may be 2 or 3 sentences, but informative sentence will be written for expression clear idea of the paragraph. Dear students, what is this? It is a burger. A burger is very similar to a paragraph. A burger has 3 parts or 3 structure, and paragraph has 3 structure. If we can compare the first or the upper portion of the burger with a paragraph, a topic sentence, and middle portion of the burger in a paragraph, supporting sentences, and the last part, the concluding sentence. Look at here, first part and last part almost same. So in the concluding sentence we shall try to establish the topic sentence, and supporting sentence will be the details idea of the writing a paragraph. Other features of paragraph. A good paragraph contains many elements. Here are just a few of them. These are unity and coherence. As mentioned above, the ideas in a paragraph should logically fit together. Dear students, look at the slide. In the middle of the slide, here is written here, paragraphs should logically fit together. Furthermore, they should flow from one idea to the next. So we shall write paragraph in such a way that one sentence is related to the another sentence. Maybe they are interrelated, or their idea will be interrelated, so that our flow will be perfect. The paragraph should be organized in a way that it builds appropriately. This could be by sequence of ideas or events. So we have maintained sequence or one event after one event. We have to maintain the logical sequence. Additionally, transitions should be used from one sentence to the next that connect the idea and concept. So our transition means one sentence to go another sentence. A paragraph is written with developing process. We have to sequence the developing process. In order for a paragraph to consider adequate or sufficient, the paragraph should be well developed. A paragraph is developed by, first one, very beginning we shall try to write the definition, and then we try to write the example for establishing the fact of the definition, and then for any necessary we can write classification, and we can also use comparison, different kind of comparison here, and also contrast, and F, generalization. You can generalize the idea or thought in different way, and last, cause and effect. So please maintain this type of process for writing a paragraph, then your paragraph will be appropriate. There are some important points for writing paragraph. First one, your paragraph should be written in simple sentence. In writing paragraph, you cannot use any complex or compound sentence. If you use simple sentence, your paragraph would be attractive or lucrative. Second one, be careful about maintaining tense. So in a single paragraph, you cannot mingle past tense or present tense, or past tense or future tense. Always try to maintain unique tense. I think only present tense or only past tense or only future tense. But if necessary, you can use present tense with future tense. Just try to avoid present tense with past tense or future tense with past tense. And at the last moment, ISI, I mean interesting. Your paragraph should be interesting. As sensible, all the events, all the action in a paragraph will be sensible. Without sensible, your paragraph will not be clear for your reader. That is why your paragraph and your sentence will be sensible. And last one, innovation. You can use some innovative idea, some innovative sentence, some innovative information. That is why your paragraph will be more attractive. And it is a $1 million question. How long is a paragraph? How long is a paragraph? A paragraph have not a set length. It is the exact definition or exact idea. There is no any specific length for paragraph. There is no set length to a paragraph. Some paragraphs are only one sentence in length. However, a short paragraph like that should be left only to the expert writer or a specific style of writing. So paragraph completely depend on the writer style, his way of expression, his using language, but make sure that a paragraph must be a single para. So in a single para, one can use lot of sentence, lot of idea. Paragraph need to be long enough to express any given idea, long enough to truly explain the topic sentence. Your idea will be very clear and long so that anyone can understand your idea. Research papers may call for paragraphs 10 sentences or longer. So genuinely, it is a practice in the world that a paragraph will be 10 sentences or more. Below 10 sentences will be not a good paragraph, and below 10 sentences one cannot express one's idea clearly. But if anyone can write any single sentence with maintaining different line or more than 10 lines or 5 lines, one single sentence also will be a paragraph. So it is completely depends on writer's capability of writing. There are some questions here. By answering the questions, we can write a paragraph on day laborer. First question is, who is day laborer? What about his education? What type of works does he do? First question is the answering for the introductory idea of the paragraph. The second question is, what does a day laborer work? Which works does he do? How does he maintain his work? What type of problem does he face? Where does he live and sometimes how? What does he do when he suffers from ailments? Why does he do so? That ailments mean sickness, suffering from disease. And question number F, what should government find out and why? Now we shall try to answer this question. Now we shall try to write a paragraph by answering the question of the previous slide, and our paragraph will be on a day laborer. There is a paragraph here, and this paragraph is taken from Nabodut book, page number 496, class 6. There are different colors in this paragraph: green, red, blue, and black. So each color contains one question answer. A, B, C, D, E, F. There are six questions here. So by answering 6 questions, we shall try to write a complete paragraph on a day laborer. Our first question is, who is a day laborer? What about his education? What type of works does he do? There are 3 questions of the first question, and the first question is divided into 3 parts. So answer here, a day laborer is a very common person in our society. Generally, a person working on the basis of daily wage is called a day laborer. He is usually illiterate and does menial jobs for his living. He is a very active person who does heavy and unskilled work. So this is the answer of the question number A. It needs 3 lines for answering the question number A. Our second question is, where does a day laborer work? Which works does he do? 2 questions in the question number B, and answer will be, a day laborer works in a various places. Usually they are found in the markets, railway stations, bus stands, in the farmlands, at the construction sites, and almost everywhere in the country. The duty of a day laborer is to carry load and unload goods. This is the second part of the answer. This is the answer of the second question. Now third question is, how does he maintain his work? What type of problem does he face? The question number C, answer will be, his daily activities are to work, earn money, and to maintain his family with a small income. A day laborer faces difficult problems. Sometimes he is ill paid or unpaid. This is the answer of the question number C. Now question D is, where does he live and sometimes how? Question number D, and answer will be, he has to live in dirty slums, sometimes without food. On a rainy day or a Hartal day, he has to go without any work. This increases his sorrows. Now question number E, what does he do when he suffers from ailments? The answer will be, sometimes a day laborer suffers from various ailments, but he does not have the means to go to a doctor. Now our last question is, what should government find out and why? The answer will be, the government should find out ways for a better life for them. So this is the complete paragraph on a day laborer, and this paragraph is based on your grammar book Nabodut, and I think you can find out, or you can apply all the rule and regulation for writing paragraph clear way. Outside, always try to follow the instruction from World Health Organization, which you can get from via internet or different kind of social media, and this information will help you to fight against COVID-19. And my last request to you, please respect your parents and try to help them so that they will be benefited in their family activities.